Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania Spring Equinox reading for 2025. You know the drill. I invite you to close your eyes and let's take 3 nice deep breaths together. With each breath, dropping into that beautiful body. Coming home to yourself, coming home to your wisdom. Letting all that tension or stress or whatever's been occupying you drop away. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment. Knowing that this tree root is not only anchoring you and grounding you and allowing you to be here now, but it is also providing you with a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children, about to do the reading of the week. No, sorry, not the reading of the week, the Equinox, Spring Equinox reading for 2025. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now about this next 3-month period for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication, to be present and facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in a clean and clear manner and that we bring through what is going to serve us most, what will be most helpful for us to know and act upon for these next 3 months, so we can make best use of this energy at this time and line ourselves up with it most effectively and effortlessly. I invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us across time and space, creating a sacred container of light, of love, of healing, of transformation, of insight, of expansion, of love. Whatever is uppermost may be held here in a good way for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. And of course, anything that doesn't match these frequencies is welcome to go now. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. And away we go. Okay, so Creator, this is the Spring Equinox. What would be helpful for us to know about this 3-month period on the level of body, mind, heart, and spirit for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good? Lots going on, there's lots to be done, and we want to be most efficient and effective at it, please. The support of the divine. Body, mind, heart, spirit, and then the foundation card, because, well, it's always good to know what the underlying energy is and why we're having the reading. Okay, starting with Prince of Swords. On the level of the body, this is change on the level of ideas and action. Knights in other decks, princes in my deck, represent that energy of movement, of change, of shifting, of moving around. And so this is on the level, as I said, of ideas and action. And so there's going to be new ideas that get us moving in different ways, that get us being in different ways, circulating in the world in different ways. There's new stuff dropping into our consciousness all the time, and it's changing how we're responding to the experience that we're having. So this is really important to remember as we're going forward here, that on the level of the body, how we're being in our bodies, that's changing. And this is happening relatively quickly. And as I said, it's happening on the level of the mind, and it's happening on the level of the action, because as our minds change, as our ideas change, our activities, our circulation in the world changes. And it's a good thing. It's important that we change. There's so much energy of transformation on the planet. If we were to resist it, we'd be in a state of suffering and discomfort, which is important to remember. So the level of the body, rapid change, movement, circulation, changes on the level of ideas, and then on the level of action as a result of that. And I think this energy that we're living in right now, not good, not bad. It just is what it is, but it's going quickly. And this card is just reminding us with our bodies to be aware of it. And, taking care of ourselves, remembering that it's important to take care of ourselves because this momentum is happening so quickly. What do we need? What do we need to stay grounded and centered and nourished and rested? So paying attention to that information because it's important. Now we have the card of ruin on the level of the mind. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. So mind. This card, we look at this energy coming in, and it's a lot of darkness, a lot of opposition, a lot of, just stuff going on. And of swords is still the realm of air, same as this. So it's ideas in action. So lots and lots going on the level of the mind. Just so much energy happening on that level. And yet, this individual is receiving information down into the heart chakra. So it's not the mind that's driving this one, it's the heart. And as a result of this energy and this direction to the heart chakra, this individual is able to pay very close attention to what is before them. In this case, there's a child, and we don't know what's wrong with the child, but it's important for this woman to be in her heart and respond to this child in a complete way, not letting herself getting distracted by all this other stuff. So our mind card is just telling us to come back to our hearts, to come back to our beingness, our wholeness, not letting our mind hijack the show and run off a million miles away and make a whole big story up about it. It's like, no, those distractions are not where we need to be. We need to be right here, right now, in our bodies, attending to what is directly before us, not letting ourselves getting pulled off center. Okay, so that's going to be important in this next 3-month period. There's going to be a lot of mental distraction. There already is a lot of mental distraction. And I think if we ask ourselves, we would be pretty clear that, yes, I'm spending time on this when I really need to be spending time over here. Where is my heart telling me I need to be? That we need to be paying attention to. Heart is next. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. What comes up must come down. What goes around comes around. And so this energy of the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana, just this reminder that life is this wheel, this energy. What we put out, we're going to get back. How are we being? Who are we being? Are we being the kind of people we want to be? Are we behaving in a manner that we would want to receive in return? Getting really mindful that this is quite a dynamic that we're part of, and we need to stay in integrity. We need to stay clean and clear. We need to stay lined up. We need to stay focused. And this level of the heart, it's like, be the person you want to be. Respond in the way you'd want to be responded to. Hold that beautiful frequency and energy and be deliberate about it, because it's important. We're setting the tone with our actions and our choices and our decisions now. We're pulling the future towards us based on how we're being. Our frequency is incredibly important. What are we giving our attention to? What are we paying attention to? Are we heart-centered? Are we really deeply focused on what is before us? Because if we're not, what are we going to pull in? So on the level of the heart, the Wheel of Fortune, paying attention to how we're being and what we're doing, and understanding that we're this creator aspect of this energy. Yes, the universe has its input and we respond and dance with it, but we get to choose who we're being. We get to choose how we're responding. And yes, we're human. We forget, we fall down, we pick ourselves up, we go on again. So that lovely kindness starts with ourselves. It's hard for us to be kind to others if we're not kind to ourselves, or at least it's a little bit less authentic. Okay, and Spirit, the card of Spirit, we have the High Priestess. So, the High Priestess is the sacred feminine, the part of the feminine we're not entirely comfortable with. She's the powerful leader of the temple precinct. She means business. She does not suffer fools gladly. There's that shortness. Whereas we usually have the other archetypal feminine card is the Empress, which is sort of the quintessential mother, very nurturing, very loving, very intuitive. The High Priestess is intuitive as well, but she is not that soft, roly-poly kind of quality. She's more, there's more of a masculine quality to this energy. It's a more of a focused, directed, linear, applied, and yet she's deeply intuitive, deeply connected to the ministries of the universe. And it's interesting because this is sitting in the position of the spirit. Our spirit, we're going to go further. We're going to go deeper. It's going to be this journey into the sacred and the unknown and the intuitive and the development of other gifts and abilities that we may not have thought we've had up until now. This development of something bigger, of something, ways of being, ways of understanding, ways of seeing that will make it very hard to go back to sleep again, or very hard to go back to a cozy, comfortable state, thinking about that dichotomy between this and the Empress. This isn't about being cozy and comfortable. This is about seeing truly, seeing well, seeing wisely, feeling deeply into the experiences and the situations we find ourselves in the world. And as a result of that, making new decisions and choices. Is leading to new ways of thinking, new ways of being, staying in our heart, staying focused on what's before us. What is our yes? What is our path? What is our purpose? That's important. On the level of the heart, realizing that everything that we're doing, how we're being, the energy that we're emoting is important to pay attention to, because it's going to come back to us. So, we might on the surface pretending to be so nice, but underneath we're resentful. Okay, so where does that leave us if we're not being congruent and authentic and honoring where we are? Because it is a journey. We are human. We are who we are. We have the experiences and the thoughts that we do, and it's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just what it is. But honoring ourselves and taking care of ourselves so that we can do this well, do this better. And of course, the sacred energy, this spiritual, on the spiritual level, we're going deeper. We're going into more intuition, probably telepathy, that kind of quality of energy of being more connected to each other and to the world around us. So be ready for that. And then the foundation card, why we're having it, is rapid change in the level of creativity, inspiration, and passion, our generative potential, the reason we're here, the sparky energy that we are all following and attracted to and desirous of having in our experience. That lively energy, this is in the foundation position. This creator energy. We are creating our reality, and it's going to go quickly. So being mindful, how are we going to be physically, mentally, as we move around on the level of the body, this movement that's happening quickly, these changes that are happening quickly, changing our mind, changing our actions, staying in the heart. The heart is staying in the heart. It's despite the mental energy, right? All of this mental energy is like, no, that's not where the answers lie. The answers are in the heart. Mind, so body, mind. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting a little confused. Heart and spirit. The heart, the wheel of fortune. Being congruent with what we feel. Being honest with ourselves about what we feel. And forgiving ourselves for what we feel. Because it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just an experience of feeling. And it won't last forever. It will shift. And that's okay. And understanding that as we be on a certain frequency level, that's what we're creating. And the sacred feminine, that is where we are on this level of the spirit. The changes, the transformations, the energies, the intuition, the telepathy, all those other qualities, the clairvoyance, the clairsentience, the clairaudience. All of that is sort of in this quality of energy, this sort of psychic development on the level of spirit. So we're going to be opening up more of who we are, having more of that energy. That's that part of this change on the level of rapid change on the level of the physical and our actions as a result. It's because we're understanding things more deeply than we ever have before. We may not have articulated it, but if you pause and consider your experience, there's more insight dropping in. There's more awareness of the energy of others and where they are in relationship to us. And it may not even be a conscious thing as yet. It's just a felt thing, a responsive thing, a heart thing. And change on the generative level. It's why we're having this reading. Things are changing. Energy of change. It's not a bad thing, even though it's uncomfortable. Let's just keep going with it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's keep moving forward. Let's stay focused in the heart, letting that mind participate as is appropriate. We're not going to cut the mind out because it's an important part of us. Bringing all those elements and those pieces together so that we can have these deeper insights and informations for our good. Whew, it's interesting. The energy is a little spinny right now. So we're in eclipse season. We're between two eclipses as we have this equinox, this spring equinox. And so that's having an influence on what we're experiencing and what we're going through. And once again, take care of yourself. It's important for us to do what we need to do to stay healthy, happy, and grounded at this time. So get out into nature if you can. Go hug a tree. Get your shoes and socks off or put your hands in water. But connect to the earth, and it'll help a great deal. And yeah, so this coming 3 months, the change is continuing. Just stay in your heart around it. Know that what we're creating is going to come back to us. So being deliberate about that, being more masterful about that, and trusting our intuition, leaning into that understanding of the universe that's blooming inside of us. And that too may be uncomfortable depending on where we are on the spectrum of 3-dimensional to 5th-dimensional. And there's no wrong answer there. There's no right answer. We are just human beings having this incredible experience. And some of us are a little more tuned than others, but it doesn't make us better or worse. We're just what we are. And with that, I hope this reading has been helpful. I'll continue with the weekly readings because, well, they exist in the context of this bigger field of energy. And we got stuff to do, so let's keep doing it. I invite you to close your eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath together. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I want to thank you for your help bringing through this energy for this Spring Equinox 2025. I ask that this reading go out to whoever is in need of it at this time, in support of their highest and greatest good and humanity's highest and greatest good, and our relationship to this beautiful planet and being in right relationship with her and all life on her. I am grateful to all those who are supporting us as we take this journey of evolution, humanity becoming more, and just ask for continued guidance and insight and help and support. We humans have forgotten the bigness that we are, and so every time we're reminded, we are much appreciative of that so that we can be the cleaner, clearer channels that we've come to be, remembering our wisdom and our truth. Thank you to all those who helped to hold the space. This reading is at an end. Thank you for being here once again. I wish you a beautiful 3-month period, spring period, as we lean into summer. The days get longer up here in the Northern Hemisphere. And may this reading help to ground you and help you stay focused and intentional about where you are and where you're going and what you're doing so that you can have a beautiful quarter year. I'll look forward to seeing you again on the Friday readings. In the meantime, much love and light. Take good care.